Revenge films.
I'm Allie. When I was 28, I got married to my husband Alex. He was 2 years younger than me. After we got married, he insisted that we live with his family. He had a sister who was still in high school. His parents asked me to do things around the house, so I cooked and cleaned for them before and after work. But doing housework for 5 people wasn't easy. I was pretty exhausted. We both worked, but we each managed our own money. But since we were living in their home, we paid his parents a fixed amount for rent every month. But I had to pay for food for some reason. I was already paying rent, and paying for all their foods didn't feel fair. But I didn't want to cause trouble, so I just went with it. His sister Blair was really mean too. But my husband loved her. Even when I talked to him about it, he didn't listen. And every time I tried to talk to him about it, he got in a bad mood. So soon, I had no one else I could talk to about it. I started thinking about moving out, but then my husband asked me to make lunch for everyone except for his parents who liked to eat out. And since his sister ate with friends, he told me to make something nice for her every day so she wouldn't be embarrassed. So I worked during the day and came home and did everything around the house, which usually took until midnight. Then I had to get up at 5 in the morning to make lunch and breakfast for the family. And my husband never defended me. I'm his wife, not a maid. Then one day, his sister asked me to make her 2 lunches every day. It was for her boyfriend. Needless to say, I had to pay for it all. I didn't even know her boyfriend, but I had to get up early in the morning and cook for him. I was so irritated. Then she told me to step up my cooking game. Come to think of it, her parents said the same thing to me. So instead of 5, I started getting up at 4 to cook for them. I tried all kinds of recipes. I even learned new recipes from around the world. I did this so she wouldn't be able to explain herself. Stuff like paella, tortilla, ajillo. She started asking me what I made every morning, but I didn't explain much. I was always good at cooking. I didn't enjoy cooking for them, but it was still kind of fun. Then her boyfriend started doubting her. There was no way that a high school student could make this kind of food every day. That's exactly what I wanted. And since she couldn't memorize the names of the dishes, she couldn't even look it up online. By the way, my cousin and his son lived in a neighborhood. His name was Alex. He was in the same class as Blair. I asked him to feed me intel about her. In return, I cooked lunch for his mom who was in the hospital. My husband and his sister never thanked me once, but...
The food was amazing! Are you sure I don't have to pay for this?
Thank you. It's no problem, really. But then the kids at school noticed something. They realized that Alex, Blair, and Blair's boyfriend were all eating the same thing for lunch. I wasn't expecting that. Her friends thought she was cheating on her boyfriend or something. Sorry you got mixed up in all of this, Alex. But to prove that it was not true, Alex explained everything to everyone. Soon, everyone learned that Katie couldn't cook and she was being mean to her sister-in-law.
You're terrible. And you're a liar!
Her boyfriend left her. Everything went according to plan. But everyone started yelling at me at home, including my husband.
You framed my little sister!
He even asked me to divorce him. I was pretty sick and tired of his family, so I agreed. I just want him out of my life, so I signed the papers on the spot. But they made me do the housework until I moved out. So, on my last day, I got up at 3 and decided to cook for them. I left a note in their lunch boxes. In my husband's lunchbox, I wrote, "I love you, Blair." And in Blair's lunchbox, I wrote, "I love you, Alex." I even wrote, "I love you" with ketchup. Now, it was time to move out. I asked Blair to give me my stuff back. She borrowed clothes and jewelry from me, but she said no. So I went into her room with a garbage bag and put her stuff in it and threw it into the garbage truck.
You bitch! No wonder Alex is leaving you.
I'm glad I'm getting a divorce. I hated living with you guys, and you're a thief, I yelled out loud. All the neighbors were there, so word spread pretty quickly. Then I got my stuff and left the house. I went around the neighborhood and told everyone about everything. They all felt really bad for me. All the neighbors knew me because I was the one doing everything around the house. I think some of them knew what was going on. They were all on my side. After saying bye to my neighbors, I left. At work, everyone saw my husband's lunch. I heard things got pretty awkward. All sorts of rumors started spreading around the company. Things got really awkward for him. The same thing happened with his sister. She lost all her friends and everyone started talking behind her back. She stopped going to school and became a shut-in. As for the parents, the neighbors started ridiculing them for the way they treated me. They tried making excuses, but it was no use. As for me, I started cooking more. I started posting my meals on social media. Lots of people followed me, so I started organizing cooking schools on the weekends. This was a big hit. Things moved pretty quickly from there. Everyone loved my cooking school, and soon I quit my real job and started teaching full-time. Business is good. I even got sponsors now. And just the other day, a publisher called me. They want to publish a recipe book. I was making a lot of money now. And when my ex-husband heard about this, he tried to get me back. He sent me a bunch of texts trying to bring me back. When I called him, he sounded excited. He probably thought I'd take him back. Listen, you're all dead to me now. Don't ever contact me again. Bye. That felt nice. The other day, I ran into my old neighbor. She told me that Blair was still a shut-in and my ex-husband lost his job. She said that their house is a mess. Oh well, who cares?
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.